So you saw the title, you saw the thumbnail, and you think, that's it? I've officially lost my mind. And you know what? You're probably right. I got no defense to that. It's probably really accurate. But hear me out, because by the end of this video, I might redeem myself with you just a little bit when I tell you how I can save you money on awnings, tents, camping gear, overland gear, four-wheel drive gear, all that type of outdoor stuff in general. So let's see if we can make sense of all this. Let me tell you what I got going on here, and we'll see if we can just bring all this together. So a lot of you have noticed and commented about the rooftop tent and the awning that was on my black truck. And as you can see, it's no longer on my black truck. And that is because I'm changing around how the whole bed setup on that black truck works, and I had to take it off temporarily, so I put it on this truck so that I could keep using it. We're switching to summer mode. But what I have here is the Ironman 4x4 Classic Series rooftop tent and their XTR 71 270 degree awning. Now I've had them for a little bit now, and the reason I haven't mentioned them is I wanted to use them and make sure I actually liked using them and the function. And wow, that sun's getting bright, before I said anything about it. So used it a good bit, camped out in a good bit, used the awning a whole bunch as like shade for working on stuff. It's super easy to pull a vehicle up under there. So now that I've used it a bit, now that I know a little bit the ins and outs of it, let's talk about it. And don't forget, I can save you money on this. So let's start with the awning, because that is the part I use the most. This is the XTR 71 270 degree awning. I forget the exact square footage that it covers, but it is a freestanding awning, as you can see, other than these corner poles that I don't have to have down. I just like them down, that way I can pull a little extra tight on the straps and not be pulling down on the bars. But as long as it's not like windy crazy, totally freestanding. But it does have legs at all corners, so you can put legs down all the way around if it's super windy and really make this thing secure. The handy thing about the legs is they just store right here in the rails of the awning. Swing down, you got your leg, swing it back up, and it just goes right there out of the way, and then folds up with everything, so you don't have to have like tent pole legs in the back of the truck or anything like that. Now this awning swings all the way out around the back side of the truck, but it also has another swing out that comes out towards the front of the truck to make this a squared off edge and not come rounded right off the side of the truck. It gives you just that much more coverage. And they have a piece that comes with it that slides into this sail track here, and you can either have it come straight down as a wall on this side, or you can use two more poles and come straight out with it and extend this awning all the way out to the front of the truck. And no, it doesn't come with these cheesy green ratchet straps. It actually comes with some really nice black quick pull straps, but those are in my other truck because I forgot to switch them over to this one, and these ones work just fine. Now the super handy thing, especially for me, since I drive a lot of vehicles that need worked on, is I can pull my Willys or the track Jeep just right up under it here, since there's no legs in the way, and be working on it out of the sun, out of the rain, whatever it is, and not have to worry about clearing these poles all the way around. But if you don't want the big wide open design, they also sell a wall kit that attaches on right here at this Velcro strip, and you can wall one panel or this whole thing completely in, and you can make this one big entire room outside of your vehicle. And that is a pretty cool setup that I eventually might do. Now on to the tent. This is their Classic Series soft shell rooftop tent, and it has the overhang here that I really wanted so that you can climb in and out of the rain if it's rainy or anything like that, and you can sit here, get ready to come out, put your shoes on, all that stuff, and be out of the weather. Okay, since we're standing right here, one thing I really like, this cover, it actually fits over the tent, which is super handy. So inside here, we have pretty minimal setup because I'm a pretty minimal camping person. So they have 3 different models of their rooftop tents, and why I went with this one is when it's folded up, it's the smallest amount of space on the roof rack, and when it's unfolded, I think it's the biggest amount of space inside. I could be wrong on that. The other models are a little quicker to deploy and fold up since they're hard shell design, but they take up more space on the roof rack. So you kind of got to look at your vehicle, how you're going to use it, what you're doing with it, and figure out which one would work best for you. This works best for me, I think. So see, this is what I like. Climb up the ladder, you can sit here on the edge, swing your feet out, and you're still totally under this whole covered room. So even if it was pouring rain, you could be out here kind of in some fresh air, taking your shoes on and off, all that stuff, and not be in the weather. Speaking of shoes and rooftop tent, what I do is just I take the bag for my sleeping bag and just put it in the corner of the tent and put my shoes on it, because they're usually dusty and dirty, and that's easy to wash off, dust off, and it doesn't get on your mattress. But as you can see, Riley likes to come in here with her shoes on and jump all around. But it's fine because this is a removable cover that's easy to pull off and wash. And speaking of the mattress, it's fine. I haven't seen any need to do any extra, change it out, put a topper on it, nothing like that. It's plenty comfortable just as it is. Now, as you can see, I've got plenty of headroom here, and on the other end, I got plenty of footroom. I can also sit upright just fine, and I have plenty of room over my head, and I'm 6'4", so having this much room inside is super nice. Now, you may be asking, why all this stuff now? Why did you just get a rooftop tent and just get an awning and all that? And I've actually had a different brand of awning, a very name brand one, for 4 or 5 years now, and absolutely love it. I use awnings all the time when I'm working on stuff in the sun or in the rain like that. They're just super, super handy. And since I've used awnings so much, that's why I wanted to use this one for a little while before I actually said anything about it, because I can compare it to what I already had. And I gotta say, I do like this one better. But as far as it's getting super windy out here. Look at that. Be a good test for the awning. And the tent, I guess. Anyway, we'll see if that holds up. But as far as rooftop tent, I've never been a super big fan of the rooftop tent idea, because I should probably stake it down, but I think I'm not gonna. I've never been a super big fan of the rooftop tent idea, because I like to go camp in one spot and then just do day trips all over the place and explore that area and always come back to that spot. So I've always used a ground tent, that way I could just leave it set up. But now with my black truck being a tow truck and having the Cherokee or the Willys that I can tow to the woods with me, the truck will basically be base camp, and then I use the Cherokee, the Willys, the Jeep, whatever, and that's our explore for the day rig, and come back to camp, and then camp can just stay set up. Well, that kind of leads into a question I've got from a lot of people of, what are you going to do when the snow melts? And a lot more camping, a lot more having fun, a lot more exploring. That's what I'm going to do now that the snow's melting. So I started looking at rooftop tents to kind of set all this up, and I was looking at quite a few different brands, and then I got invited up to that Ironman 4x4 Rigs and Coffee event and brought the track Jeep up there. You guys saw that whole deal. But while I was up there, I learned a whole lot about them. They've been in business 60 years. They're a very quality brand, and when I was checking the stuff out while I was there, I was really impressed with the quality of the stuff for the price they were selling it for. It's not like dirt cheap bottom dollar stuff, but it's very reasonably priced for the quality you get. So I checked out what they had, a huge range of camping off-roading gear, liked it, and then came back home, did some more research on everything, and then that video was out, and that was all great. And I decided to go with the Ironman stuff. So I went to order a tent and an awning, and let's be clear about this part. I had to order it, and I had to pay for it with my money. I'm not sponsored by Ironman. They didn't give me any of this stuff. I still had to pay for all this stuff. But they were very happy about that video, so they did give me a discount. And after talking to them some more, I was able to get you guys a discount too on everything they sell. Like all of it. Off-roading gear, suspensions, bumpers, lights. If they have it, discount. And here in just a minute, we're going to go on a little road trip, and while we're out on that road trip, I'll tell you what that discount code is. But back to the Subaru thing, because that's going to lead into our road trip, which is going to lead into your discount code, which is going to make everybody happy. Yes, you may think I'm crazy, but I think a lifted Subaru is about the ultimate overlanding rig out there. And obviously not going to be a rock crawler, obviously not going to be like a deep snow rig or a mud rig, but you're talking Forest Service roads and exploring out in the desert, and then big stretches of highway in between to connect it all. Really, it's not a bad option. And what I never really realized is just how far you can customize a Subaru. Jeeps, of course, you can do everything to them. Turns out Subarus are pretty well the same, and what people do to them is quite impressive. So every month, Ironman 4x4 has their Rigs and Coffee event on the first Saturday of the month in Sherwood, Oregon. I highly suggest you go check it out. It's an awesome event. And this month happened to be Subaru themed. So we are going to head up there, go check out all the different crazy types of Subaru builds, check out some of the other stuff Ironman has, and get you guys that discount code. Okay, so we are here at the Ironman 4x4 Rigs and Coffee event, and this is the Subaru themed month. Any vehicle can come, but the main theme is Subarus, which also happen to be my best customers, followed closely by Toyotas. And really, it's not because they get stuck so easy, it's because they get so far out there. And Subarus, I've always said, have probably the best all-wheel drive system out there. They just don't have the ground clearance and the chassis to clear. When they get in the deep snow, they bottom out and it's game over. As you can see, we got a ton of people here. We got a raffle going on. Got a mobile airsoft shooting range, taco trucks, all kinds of cars lined up. Every different type of Subaru build you can think of is here. They've got rooftop tents and awnings on them. They've got ones like this, got a winch in the front. Well, I've always thought if you took one of these all-wheel drive systems and put it in a Jeep chassis, you'd have an unstoppable vehicle. We've even joked about a Subaru off-road recovery vehicle. It's just that the ground clearance isn't there. Luckily, Ironman 4x4 makes Subaru lift kits, and they don't just do a spacer lift like most all of them. They do an actual real lift kit for Subarus. I think they're one of the only ones in the US side anyways that actually does that. So we'll go check that out and get a better look at that. All right, I'm here with Chris Miller. He's the resident Subaru expert here at Ironman 4x4, and I am not a Subaru guy at all, but I have crawled underneath a whole lot of Subarus, hooking onto stuff, and none of them are as tall as this, which would make it a lot easier to crawl under. And also what I've seen is everything I crawl under is spacer lifts, which is why they're not as tall, because you're limited in height. And the biggest problem Subarus have off-road is ground clearance. The drive system is amazing, ground clearance is not. So what do you guys do that's different to get them this tall with no spacers?
Great question, Casey. So yeah, Subaru is extremely capable vehicles. Look, Subaru's the king of all-wheel drive, and these things you can take into places that most people wouldn't. And
let's clarify, they're my biggest customers not because they get stuck so easy, it's because they get so far out. I find Subarus in amazing places, and it's always because they're bottomed out.
And again, that's the limitation, right? So you got a great all-wheel drive system, but you're still in a crossover body, so you only have so much height. So what we set out to do is we wanted to do what we do with all of our traditional four-wheel drives like Jeeps and Toyotas and that kind of thing, which is create a longer travel suspension and lifting the vehicle still at the same time. Because right now, like Casey said, your only options are spacer lifts, and all a spacer does is just give you height. It doesn't improve performance. It doesn't improve handling. It doesn't improve the comfort. It doesn't improve articulation or anything like that. So we wanted to come out with a complete solution that didn't cost thousands and thousands of dollars like a full set of rally suspension, and still check the boxes for someone that still wanted to play with their car out in the backcountry on the weekend, but get out and drive it to work on Monday, right? And not have to modify the vehicle, so it's just horrible. So our Ats Suspension Kits are exactly that. They are a true 2-inch long travel strut assemblies for the front and rear. We've got a subframe realignment kit for the rear. Just because the rear drivetrain assembly, you want to keep your CV angles proper, your driveline proper. Same thing we have to do with our trucks. Driveline angles are, if they're grumpy, then bad days. So it's a complete system. We put a lot of effort into getting the valving recipe proper for each vehicle application for the Outback, the Forester, and the Crosstrek. We did extensive testing with Dirtfish Rally School up in Snoqualmie, Washington. Nate Tennis, their lead rally instructor there, is a good friend of mine. I've known him for years from my background with Subaru Rally Team USA. And so he gave us tons of great feedback on the handling of these three vehicles. We gave him a Crosstrek, a Forester, and an Outback, actually this Outback, and just said, look, take it through some of these set tests and just flog the thing like you would with any other vehicle. He was blown away. He said, look, these things handle just as good as our prepped rally cars from a suspension perspective. But
what did we forget?
It's in a bundle and a package that's reasonably affordable. So it really checks those boxes to where you can lift the vehicle, get better ground clearance, put a little bit bigger, put a little bit bigger tire on there to help your ground clearance at approach and departure and breakover angles, but not ruin the ride, and actually improves the ride. So the vehicle feels much more sporty on the highway, lessens the body roll, lessens the nosedive under hard braking. But when you get it off pavement, it just comes alive.
See the suspension work as the kids bounce in the rooftop tent.
But on the trail, these vehicles just come alive, and it allows the drivetrain to do its thing. It allows the tires to keep gripping the road a lot better than stock suspension or spacer lifts. We make two different spring versions. So we have mediums and heavies depending on how the vehicle's outfitted. Just like
you're gonna have rooftop tents and cargo racks and all that on top.
Some people really build these Subarus out, kind of push the limits of the GVM, but we've got springs that can kind of accommodate that, depending on how your vehicle's outfitted. So if it's just a stockish vehicle,
I'm back again.
Just with some basic accessories, or if it's something that's kind of a little bit more built backcountry expedition vehicle, we've got springs that will suit that need.
So, and the part you guys are gonna be real interested in is this whole month of April, all the suspension kits for all their vehicles, not just Subaru, are 15% off. And then if you use the discount code CascadeKC10, which I'll put right here, it's 10% off anything in this store. This month, suspensions are 15% off. So if you're gonna buy your suspension, buy it this month. But even if you miss that, you can still get 10% off with that code.
Yeah.
And anything else in here, from the rooftop tents to the awnings to winches and traction boards and tents, 10% off with that code.
So if you're getting out in the backcountry with your Subaru, make it easier on Casey. Get a little bit of a lift on there, a little bit bigger tires, and that'll allow your car to just get out further. You can get to your favorite trailhead for hiking, biking, kayaking, whatever you're into, playing out in the snow. You know, we're lucky to be here on the West Coast where we have so much beautiful backcountry. And these are great vehicles for getting out there. It's just having a bit extra ground clearance, a little bit better, you know, all-terrain tire that's suited for a little bit nastier conditions. It's just, you know, it's the kind of fitting the tool for the job, and still keep it a daily driver. So thanks, Casey.
Perfect.
I mean, I appreciate
you. Big thank you to
coming out
Chris, because he's way better at this than I am, as you can tell. And thanks to Ironman 4x4 for getting that discount code, so all you guys can save some money too.
Absolutely.
And just like that, we're back out here in the desert. And my awning survived, my tent survived, good to go. If you're wondering why I'm out here in the desert, it's because I live in the desert. Not like right here in the dirt, like over there in a house. But either way, awesome event. I'm becoming a very big fan of this company. They do some great stuff. The events they put on are really cool. And all the guys that work there and run it are outdoor, off-road, and overland guys. They're not just like selling the stuff. This is what they do. So definitely a cool group of people. I'm gonna get all this stuff folded back up, head back out of here to the main road and head home. I'm not gonna show you like how you fold them up, how you unfold them, because there's 14 billion videos on the internet of that stuff out there. And Ironman 4x4, if you check out their YouTube channel, I'll put a link to it down below there. They have all kinds of videos on all these type of products you can go check out, where they will explain it much better than I can, just like Chris explained Subaru suspensions much better than I ever could. Now I know this is a very different video than what you're used to, but you're gonna start seeing some very different things on this channel, because what I normally do is quite literally melting away. Snow season is coming to an end, so you're gonna start seeing a lot more camping, a lot more off-roading, a lot more exploring the woods and the desert, a lot more road trips to some big events, and of course a lot more of the normal towing type of stuff that I do the rest of the year. So hopefully you enjoyed that one. Hopefully you don't bail on me now that the snow's over, and hopefully if you're looking for some good off-roading gear, you use that discount code and save yourself some money. That's gonna be it for this one. I'm gonna head home. We'll see you guys next time.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that. Nothing.